Hello and welcome back to ZetaCraft Season 5. Yeah, I've been looking around my base and I am still living in a mess, and the big part of this mess is this pile of logs that I have over here. Well, as you can see, I have organized them, but this is not the way to keep them. I need a better storage for them, and that means I need those fancy chests. I think they were called the frame chests that Ricky showed me. And yeah, for today my main goal is to make a proper storage, so I'm gonna start looking into it. Of course I will need those chests, and I also gonna need a building where to store them. I would love to start with a building, however I think I need to look up the recipes for those chests first. So to make frame chest I need framed cube and wooden crate. To make wooden crate I need planks and I need screws. And for this part, the framed cube, the framed cube is easy. So yeah, I have to craft myself some screws first, because I think that's the only thing I'm missing. And for that I need iron bolts. To make bolts I need iron rods, and I can make rods out of iron ingots. Okay, I guess this makes sense. And luckily for me, I do have a pile of iron ingots that I made off camera. Well, this is very good, so that means I have everything to make those chests. So that means I can actually start building the storage building, and yeah, moving everything into place. Look how much less space they take up already. But my only realization while I was moving the logs from piles to chests is the fact that I will probably need way more of these frame chests. But okay, I think I'm finally ready to start building the storage place for these chests. Yeah, but before I get into the building, I will actually go to the only place on this server where I know that we have some aspen trees, and I will just borrow few saplings. I will actually later bring them back in greater number, but I really need to get myself started. Yeah, I think Ricky is not going to be mad if I just borrow 4 of these. Oh wait, he also has some birch. So I will borrow 1 of these saplings, and I will of course bring them back in greater number. And by the way, yeah, his place looks awesome. Really love these huge buildings and the block palette that he is using. Well, it is time to repay my debts, and I actually brought Ricky some birch logs because he didn't have many of them. Also, eventually I am going to need way more those special chests, so I will also do a little bit of mining here in my iron mines. So I have built this building, and it turned out actually quite large, at least for my town. Yeah, I really like how it came together. I was using diorite and some darker stone blocks. Also heavily inspired by Ricky's base, I used these green wood types for the roof. Yeah, but what is inside of this building? Of course, as I said, I am storing all my wood over here, and I crafted these frame chests, and I think they represent the content for each chest really well, and it is a very beautiful way how to sort all kinds of materials and know what is exactly inside each and every chest. And I also did one chest with the log texture on it, another one with the plank texture, and just like an example of what kind of chests I can make from this type of wood is above everything. And yeah, for me it will definitely save a lot of time when I am like walking around and trying to figure out what wood types to use for my next project. Yeah, more on this first floor I have another like stack of chests over here for all these like spare wood pieces, like for example frames and frame chests that are no longer representing each and every like block texture. I also have this corner where I can work with all the wood. And if we go upstairs, there is nothing here because I actually wanna expand the storage this way, but for different type of materials, and for that I will need way more of those really cool frame chests. And also we can go to the very top of this building where right now there is also nothing here. And if we go back down, we also have another exit from this building towards the sea or river. I think this is supposed to be sea. And yeah, it is also connected to this dock area, which I built last time. And yeah, I am very happy with how this place came together. But now I actually wanna do a little bit of learning, and yeah, I was looking at this quest guide over here. I went into the like progressions chapter, and yeah, I am constantly low on all these like ores, and turns out I have been doing it a little bit wrong. And yeah, it seems that I can also crush down the ores that I find to actually get a better amount of like metals outside of them. So that is one thing that I'm about to like check next, and I will also go mining. And yeah, I will also look into other like processes and what I can do over here, and figure out what will be the next big thing that I will do in my base area. Oh boy, that is one giant squid. Is he dangerous? Well, everything is dangerous in this mod pack. Get back here! Get back here! Ah, he thinked me! That's a funny thing. How many hits did this guy take? Okay, finally! And what is the loot? Some raw calamari and some ink sacks. So I did a little bit of mining, and I think I am ready to do some testing. I have some magnetite ores over here, and I will actually use this one to test whether I can increase value of these ores. So right now the value is for these 5 ores 105 MB of the cast iron. So let's put them onto the grindstone and yeah, see whether like the MB value increases. So out of those 5 ores we now have 10 of these magnetite dust pieces, and yeah, the value actually is 310, and we had 105 before. So this actually works. And the next step was to crash it with a hammer. I am supposed to combine it like on the crafting grid. So let's try that one out as well. Can I do it in hand? Nope. Can I do it on the crafting table? Not like this. And not like this. So that's a good question, how to do the next step with the hammer in a crafting grid. So that basically doesn't explain anything for me. Huh. But I mean, this is still a success because I was able to almost triple the amount of iron I will get from this dust. So that is really, really great. I was messing around and turns out I can actually craft 4 of these in one of these. And I think that will increase the value as well, at least for 5 points. Okay, and now can I crash this? No. And now that I started like grinding my other ores, turns out I can like turn this rich magnetite ore into the crashed one. So that means this is the one that I can actually then smash with a hammer. And yeah, supposedly I should be able to throw this one into water. Let me just compare the values. So one of these equals 2 of these, which means yeah, we definitely like are improving the amount we're getting. And yeah, let's see what happens when I throw it into the water. Let's see, does the seawater works? Ah. Oh yeah, and now it is magnetite dust, and yeah, the value is like more than double once again. So this is actually really, really useful. And yes, now armed with this knowledge, I think I will continue on making those frame chests and yeah, maybe sorting out my other stuff and putting it organized into my storage building. So I actually have done a little bit of organization within my inventory. Yes, I have put some stuff in the second floor. I have made plenty of these frame chests, and oh boy, I don't want to do that again. But as you can see, all of this stuff is actually starting to take shape. And I must say, I really love that we have plenty of the chest colors and these frame chests, so it actually helps me to organize stuff. And to be honest, I have been actually enjoying the process of organizing things over here, just because it is very, very the end result of it is very, very nice. As you can see, for example, here I have lime bricks, and yeah, right next to it I use the pine chests with other stuff related to the lime stuff. So yeah, basically this is how I separate my stuff. And in the middle over here I do have some barrels where yeah, I have some mortar, and yeah, I'll be collecting that over here. Some workstations to actually make bricks and other materials all out of the stone. But yeah, for now the third floor is still empty. Oh yeah, another thing I wanted to like show you is that yeah, the chest, the making of those frame chests actually took me a lot of time. And one of the reasons is because yeah, you see I have a ton of bismuth screws over here. Well, I actually made 2 stacks of them, and then I realized I can't use them to make the framed chests. And I was so happy that I can just use such cheap material for screws, but it turns out they are useless for the thing that I wanted them. Yeah, this mod pack just can't give me a break. But obviously right now I have to figure out what I want to do next, and for that I will actually pay my attention towards like this progression stuff, and yeah, see what kind of like branches I can make progress into. And so yeah, basically that will help me out to figure out yeah, what I want to do. So once again, I have been scouting the nearby areas, looking for resources, and I saw a granite over here. I want to mine some of the granite just because that is one of the blocks that I still don't have in my storage, but also there is a slight chance that within a granite I could potentially find something. So yeah, I'm gonna make a little bit of a mining operation right here. And speak of a devil, there are actually some surface ores over here that indicate that there will be something underneath. So yeah, this is exactly where I will establish my mine. I am pretty pleased because I have tin now, and that means I will be able to make regular bronze. But unfortunately, I was also hoping that I would be able to make these lights over here that required tin alloy plates. Tin alloy wouldn't be a problem for me anymore. However, yeah, I forgot that I can't just mine glowstone. When I mine glowstone, I get glowstone dust that should be cast in a specific molds or pressure crushed or whatever what that other process was called, and that means I can't still get the glowstone itself. So yeah, my dream about getting lights that wouldn't go out on their own, yeah, I still can't do that. But one thing I can do is actually make a pretty cool saw. Right here is the recipe, and yeah, as you can see, I actually have been crafting all the necessary parts for it. All I need is just 2 more planks that we are going to get here in my beautiful storage. I will actually use some of these. So yeah, the idea is that we should be able to make one of those solve tables. Architecture cutter, yay, this is cool. I will actually place it down over here because with this device I will be able to craft slabs and blocks, all kinds of blocks actually, faster, and I think it unlocks quite a few other options for me. So this is really nice. So next thing I want to do is to make a little bit of automatization. Something really primitive. I could call it automatization, but I can also call it donkification. So, to begin my donkification process, I actually caught this guy who was wandering not that far away from my base, and I also crafted few items over here. So I am ready to build, I am ready to assemble this stuff, but to be honest, I haven't tested this out and I haven't built anything like that before. So what can possibly go wrong? Guess what? Surprisingly enough, I have made something that actually works. Yes, my town now has a donkey power. Well, yes, I did this thing where I have this animal crank connected with a bunch of gears down there that are coming out this way and are connected to the grinder, and I even attached a few hoppers to the grinder block so that I can put material up there and the grinded stuff will come out down here, and I feel extremely proud of my work. Yeah, but now the only thing left to do with this place is to decorate around it. And I have put down few blocks around my donkey engine and it looks like this, and I have been using that architecture cutting thing to make a lot of this wood stuff over here. That table actually gave me access to new wood like things like these pillars, and these are also like wood bricks. I have like plank bricks on the floor over here, and I think they look really awesome. And overall, that work table is a real time saver, and I wish I have had it earlier. And with this done, I think I am going to end today's episode, and I want to say huge thank you for joining me today and watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like, drop a comment, and maybe subscribe to my channel. Huge thank you for watching one more time, and I hope to see you guys next time. Goodbye. Bye 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 bye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Yay, donkey. Work for me. Work for me. You donkey. Bye.